You know, brothers, I say this all the time. Domestic violence is a you problem. So this court case is going to be about domestic violence. And stuff like this I do get upset about. I want you to pay attention to the defendant. I want you to pay attention to the plaintiff. And I also want you to pay attention to the audience. And there's going to be some things that I'm going to be pointing out that I don't like at all. And how we could avoid stuff like this. So let's go ahead and get into this court case.
And now, enter the courtroom of Judge Mathis. Plaintiff Crystal Thomas started dating the defendant 6 years ago, despite the fact that he was a drug dealer. Crystal claims after she had their daughter, their relationship went downhill, and she found text messages from other women in the defendant's phone. Crystal is suing for child support and emotional distress.
Let me tell you something, brothers. If you already know that that you like multiple women, you need to let that woman that you're dealing with, let her know. But I'm going to get on the woman too because she knew from the get-go that he was a drug dealer. So it goes to show you that a lot of these women make very poor decisions when they are quote unquote picking a man. They make very, very poor decisions. That's why 99.9% of them should not even be choosing a man. These women they don't even ask, get advice from their father. That's if they even if they had a father growing up. But let's continue.
Defendant LaRon Perry says after he started dating Crystal, he discovered she was crazy. LaRon says Crystal not only hit him with a crowbar, but she also slashed him with a box cutter. LaRon is countersuing for emotional distress.
Now, once he started dating her, he found out that she was crazy. So why would you still continue to deal with her? I don't know what it is, brothers. I think some of I think some of y'all brothers really love crazy women. But let's get into it.
Start with you.
Well, I met the defendant 6 years ago through mutual friends. He was a drug dealer at the time. I understand what you're going to say.
Impressed you?
No.
So that's a great quality.
No, actually.
I think we're compatible. You're dope fiend?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, maybe you were compatible in that way.
Well, my friends wanted to get high, and they knew a guy that
Told
was going
you.
to get a little something. They needed a cute girl for a distraction, and they came and got me, baby.
All right.
They needed a cute girl for distraction. If y'all see the size of this woman, I guess maybe she must be cute in the face because she ain't got the body. Like she need to lose some weight, a lot. But let's continue.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Now, we started dealing with each other on the sexual level. I fell in love with the defendant. I will
When was
not lie
that?
about
When did
that.
you all start?
6 years ago.
Okay. Go ahead. You fell in love.
I fell in love. He was the type of person that showed me something different other than his occupation. I
Okay.
saw his heart, which I thought it was genuine. But at the time, it was what it was. I was 6 years ago. I was 20, young and dumb. Came up from the country, hit the ground running when I made it to the city. So we decided we're going to go a little further along in our relationship, take it a little.
I know I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of stopping, but what was she thinking? The dude's a drug dealer. So what type of life did she think was going to what did she think was going to happen? Like, did she think that she was going to live happily ever after with a drug dealer?
Bit more serious past what it was because there was no titles. When we got the title, we had our daughter. Went
What
downhill
was the
from
title
there.
you ultimately came up with?
Boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay.
We put a title on it then because at first it was just sex.
How long ago did you all decide to put a title on it?
Probably like 4 years ago.
Okay. So for the first 2 years, what did you all call yourself? Sex buddies or something?
It was what it was. We hook up here, hook up there.
Okay.
No
Hookup
names.
buddies.
So I go back to my house, you go back to yours. After we
Okay.
finish doing what we do, boom.
All right. Go ahead.
I had my daughter, the relationship went downhill. I found out he was.
When did you have your daughter?
I had her April 13, 2012, and I actually had her on his mother's birthday.
All right. All right, now you're suing him for child support. We'll get to that, but you talk real big about him being in the game. What, it got slow for him? Dope game got slow?
I guess so, because he got
You
cheated.
didn't know? What do you mean?
Because at first, we wine and dine
Right.
and movies,
Right.
dinner.
Did it get slow or you got tricked?
I got tricked.
Oh, okay.
I got tricked. I was naive.
But you
I'll be
came
honest,
from
I got tricked.
you started talking real slick to me a minute ago. I hit the ground running. You were that slick, you wouldn't have got tricked.
I guess he was slicker than I was, snaking the
There you
grass.
go. So you need to stop talking slick because you ain't slick at all. Go ahead. So April of 2012, you all had a child. Was he working at that time?
No, he received Social Security. He's not working.
No, he was getting Social Security.
Right.
Okay. Illness of some sort?
No, sir. I was shot like 10 years ago.
Okay, disability, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Okay, and that's what it's for. All right, go ahead.
All right, we had our daughter and went downhill. I looked in his phone, saw text messages from different females. As far as his occupation, he says, okay, I have to deal with females. So, of course, went in one ear and out the other. Like I said, I fell in love with this man.
Did
I
you
believe
tell him
anything
he's
he
not
said.
dealing very well because you're not giving me any money?
He's not dealing well now because I ain't getting anything. You're right.
Okay, did you tell him that? Did you? You should have
He knew
reminded
that.
him, hey, you ain't playing the game right. Something
He
wrong
knew
with your
that,
game.
but I guess he decided, hey, I already got her. I ain't worried about her. I can be cheap with her. She ain't going nowhere. But he's fooled now because we are where we are today.
Okay, let me hear from you. Give me some background, sir.
But first of all, it started like she said, 6 years ago. It was just supposed to really just been a one-night thing. Mm-hmm. Then it ended up being more. I ended up starting to take care of her oldest daughter, let her drive my car to work, and she was staying because she had nowhere to go. So she was staying with
You know, that's crazy. I wonder if she got the first. She said her oldest daughter. So this is what really tripped me out. She knew he was a drug dealer. He said that he was helping take care of her oldest daughter, and she would put her oldest daughter around a drug dealer. And the guy has been shot. So you putting your daughter around gang life, but yet you mad at him. You see how women, they're not going to take accountability for anything, because if something was to happen to her daughter, she's going to be boo-hooing crying, but she's not going to take accountability. Oh boy, let's continue.
staying with me. I'm watching her other daughter, and buying Pampers, formula, and all this for her. Mm-hmm. As the years go by, we decided to make it a more official.
Yeah, dope, man, and all you can get is Pampers?
No,
ahead.
I actually took care of the child.
Oh,
period.
okay.
I mean, from clothes to everything.
Well, you
I took
pointed
care
out the Pampers. And
I
go
took
ahead.
care of that child.
All right.
So as the year went on, we made it official. My daughter, she got pregnant with my daughter, so
Okay.
we moved in together. And after that, that's when I found out she was just crazy.
How so? What was crazy? What was crazy about her?
I mean, I can go on and on and on.
Just give me a
I'll
couple
give you
examples.
two examples. It was one time, we had split up like 2 years ago. And I was at my homeboy house, and about 2 o'clock in the morning, we heard somebody outdoors. So me and him go outside, and we walk around the house. I come back to the front yard. Crystal jumped from the side of the porch and hit me in the head with a crowbar.
Why? Yeah.
What is so funny about the fact that this man got hit with a crowbar? Why would the audience even laugh at something like that? This man could have probably, he could have gotten brain damage by getting hit with a crowbar in the head, and the audience is laughing. Let me tell you something, brothers. The woman has a childlike mentality. So the audience thinks it's funny because they don't consider these women adults, or they don't, or make adult decisions. They look at the woman as a child. That's why they're laughing. I don't make this stuff up. Let's continue.
Have you figured out why yet?
She crazy.
I mean,
He's
she had
lying.
to accuse you of something when she did
But we
that.
was not together. She
I
figured out
understand.
there with another female.
Okay. What
then-
else? Give me the second example.
Then another incident when I took her to my cousin's wedding. And she, we was not together. We just rolled up there together. And I'm in the house sleep, and she going through my phone. So I'm outside in the garage. Crystal walks outside and cuts me with a box cutter. But I mean, she walked past me, cut me, jumped
from
in her
Detroit?
truck, and got in the came up-
Chicago?
I don't. Again, I don't. To me, that's just way crazy. That's just crazy for you to cut this man with a box cutter, and he could have died, but because of all the bleeding that I'm sure he was doing. So I'm sure he had to get a bunch of stitches. You that crazy? I'm telling you, bro. These women don't care about life. They don't care about life. Women are selfish. Very, very selfish. What up, NSA? Oh boy, I tell you, brothers. I tell you. And y'all wonder why I say certain things about the so-called black women of America.
Where you from?
I'm from Keogh, Arkansas. I'm not from Chicago.
You used to visit a lot?
No, I've never been here. This is my first time.
Where you learn how to cut your men so quick?
I guess I learned it from him. He cut me quick.
Let me hear about that.
Okay.
There's no more games than this. What happened?
Now, as far as him saying I jumped out from the side of the porch and hitting him in the head, he was abusive, emotionally and physical. So don't let him put on that little story
me
like
about
he
it.
was just innocent.
Tell me about it.
Now, that incident, we were together. I caught him at his friend's house with a girl. I confronted him. He yelled at me, I yelled back. He pushed me, I pushed him back. He football tackled me, and I picked up an object and I hit him in the head with it to defend myself. I feel like I don't put my hands on you, don't touch
Police
me.
get involved?
I have no idea because I was never arrested, no police report.
You would know
I didn't-
then. You would know if they got involved.
The drug dealer at the time. I understand what you're
That
going to
impressed
say.
you?
Chris. No,
So that's a great quality.
no, actually,
I think we're compatible. You know, fiend?
no, I'm not.
So your emotional distress claims?
My
I
emotional
assume?
distress claims because we were still dealing with each other. We were having sex, and I ended up getting pregnant twice at the end of the
Ma'am,
year.
I care nothing about that. All you keep trying to
Okay.
talk about is this emotional nonsense when this man has been going upside your head. Let's talk
Correct.
about that. Now,
Okay.
what else has he done?
When I was pregnant with my daughter, and I was 6 months, he sat on my stomach and he choked me.
When?
2011.
Okay, did the police get involved
No,
then?
I loved him. I didn't want to see him locked up.
Now you hear, and I didn't. Come on, man. I don't even know if I should even believe that. He stepped on your stomach, choked you out, and I loved him, so I didn't want to see him locked up. It could be true because first of all, she picked it even date. She picked him because she knew he was a drug dealer, and yet she still dated him. And she had another child already, so she put her first child in danger. I don't get it with these women. I really don't.
All right, good enough. Anything since then?
No.
Okay, good. All right, let's get to the child support you're suing about.
As far as the
Let me
check.
allow him to answer those
Okay.
two allegations. I'm sorry. Did she?
None of that's true. None of that's true. Crystal just, I mean, from the crowbar incident, I never called the police because she was my baby mama.
How about choking her? She said you
I
sat
never
on her
choked.
and
I ain't
choked
never
her.
did none of that.
He's lying.
All right.
I ain't do none of that.
Yes, he
Okay.
did.
Crystal, I
You
get
have any
hit.
way to prove it?
No, I do not.
Okay, and he said he didn't do it. Now, unpaid child support. Tell me about that.
Unpaid child support. Now, in 2011, I went and filed for child support. I finally was like, you know what, this is too much. Our relationship is toxic. I have to find a way to take care of my child, and he was not helping me. Now, I filed then, And then in 2012, it got picked back up because I guess it was just lingering at the child support office where I'm from. So whenever they picked it back up, they made a judgment in August of what I was supposed to receive. And they gave me a date which I was supposed to receive my first payments. I never received anything. I called back to the child support office to see what was going on because, like I said, he was a Social Security recipient. They said they sent a letter to the Social Security office, and they informed me when I went down there in person that because of his type of Social Security, my daughter does not qualify for a benefit, and he is not obligated to pay child support, even though he has other means of income, which I feel like he should be helping me with my child, even if me and him are the way that we are. My daughter has nothing to do with it.
Okay, and you have the arrears?
Yes, I do.
Sir, what do you want to tell me?
I'm not disputing that I owe her. It's the point that she plays so much with the system that she'll call one day and put me on child support, then take me off. If we
Brothers, let me tell you something. The woman is going to go to the system on you. If you are not doing what she wants you to do, she will go to the government and she will go to the police. She will go to the court system to put you in control. If she can't control you, she will get the white man to help her control you. Y'all brothers better make really better decisions on who you give your seed to. Because most of these women, especially these American women, are bat shit crazy. I don't make these things up, brothers.
if we ain't in good terms, then she gonna go to the child support people. But I
Well,
give Crystal
you need to stay in good terms.
No,
What she tell you to do?
It really ain't worth it because Crystal get more money a week than what child support wanted me to pay her in the first place. I take care of both
She
of her
gets it
kids.
from you?
Yeah.
No.
Money from me.
That's not true. I get money from his mother. I don't get it from him.
My child Langston don't want for nothing. She gets everything.
From his
Well,
mother.
let me give you some insight. And I say this all the time. I say this to the young guys I meet. I say this from the bench. Men think they're getting away with something, or they don't want the women to put them on child support through the courts because somehow they feel that will cause them to be responsible for the child through the courts for 18 years. When you pay on the side, when you give her all this money every week, and I take care of my child, I give her money every week. I give her more than they even asking for. Yeah, so I don't know why they putting me on child support. You're playing yourself. Y'all ain't playing nobody but yourself. 3 years, I take care of mine. Then they go to court and say, y'all they ain't gave me a dime. Boom.
There it is.
Just like she here today. They ain't gave me a dime. So it's better for you all to go through the courts. So whatever money you given to take care of your child, you get credit for it. Because even if you come to the court with receipts, the court can say, this is not child support that was ordered. No, you have to go with this child support order. We are going to determine your income and assign an amount that you'll have to pay. And that wasn't done. This giving her money on your own, we're not going to even consider that. Tell him thank you.
Thank you.
Because it was a gift. Now,
Brothers, at the end of the day, I mean, the judge already said it. Brothers, just vet your woman. Make sure that you know who you giving your seed to. Because some of these women have no problem taking your ass to court to get what they need to get to take care of your child. Y'all better, we got to get right, brothers. We got to get right. And it's not, and to be honest with you, it's not even a lot of you, brother, because most of the black men in America don't even have children. It's you Pookies and Ray Rays that are doing some of this dumb shit. But let's continue.
thank you, but let's get to the business at hand. And the business at hand is that the courts have granted a judgment in the amount of $893. And the other amount is for the most.
$893. She went to court. She went to try to get $893 off of this guy. I mean, that is a lot of money, but come on. Brother, if you said you were paying more than that, then you should have really been paying child support. Because I'm sure you're not paying that much a month. I don't know how long. I bet you're probably only paying $50 or $60 a month. Come on, brother. You could do better than that. Let's continue.
Emotional stress for him attacking you.
Right.
All right, the ones you didn't file a police report for.
Right.
The ones that he denies happening.
Right.
All right, good enough. Your counterclaim for $5,000 for emotional distress. How does she owe you?
From the crowbar incident, you know, me and Crystal ain't been together for like 2
Got that.
years.
All right.
He got that. He told
But
me.
she steady, you know, like from the crowbar incident, then and then the Texas situation was crazy because that was my witness here for.
All right.
And she knew we was not together, but she steady wanted to go through my phone. And,
All right.
you know, from me having to go into.
You know, I don't get it with these women going through men's phone. I don't get it. If you gotta do all of that, just leave the brother alone. And the brother keeps saying that he's not with her. But see, these women in their mind, they feel like they still with that man. But when you gotta go through a man's phone, brothers, if a woman goes through your phone, it is time for you to cut her loose. She has no trust in you. She should not be going through your phone, brothers. It ain't even that serious.
Go in the ambulance.
So far, I got, you want $5,000 because she went through your phone, and what else?
My medical bill from when she cut me in Texas and I had to catch the ambulance all the way to.
Okay, can you prove that it wasn't in self-defense? She says it was self-defense.
I got my witness here to prove that. No, I didn't do nothing. And
Your witness can prove that you did nothing?
I did nothing to her. She went through my phone, decided she wanted to cut me.
Let's hear your witness. You were there?
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Hi, my name is Shamianka Hood. I'm his cousin.
All right.
We was at it's my brother's wedding in Texas, and she went through his phone, seen a naked picture of Dad down in his phone, and then came out there in the garage and showed me. Then she said she was gonna go back in there and wake him up, asked him what it was. She went back in there. They got to arguing. LaRon came outside in the garage and sat down. She came behind him, steady arguing with him. She told him because of her finding a picture in his phone, he had to take her shopping. He told her no. She got mad. He tried to smoke a cigarette. She kept knocking it out of his hand. So he got up, took off running. She chased him. He came back in the garage. He sat down. She came up. Behind, he was sitting down like this, and she came up, did like this, went the first time like that, didn't nothing happen, and then she did it again, and then his arm sliced open. I called 911 and asked her, I was like, Crystal, I know you just didn't do that. I know you just didn't do that. She jumped in her truck and she left and went back to Arkansas.
You telling me you go through this man's phone and you went and you cut him. You cut him because, and after going through his phone. And keep in mind, the brother keeps saying he's not with her. I keep telling y'all, man, I know I keep repeating myself, but look, brother, these women are batshit crazy. I don't even suggest, look, man, I don't even know what to tell you. Don't get married. I don't even know. I might, shit. If you know the woman crazy, move on. Move on. I don't know why he ain't put her in jail. I guess, that's my baby mama's, but damn. She sliced this nigga open. Yeah, she need to go to jail. Let's continue.
That's it.
I believe you. Can you convince me otherwise? Or can your witness convince me otherwise? Even if you come to the court with receipts, the court can say this is not child support that was ordered. We're not going to even consider that. Tell him thank you.
Thank you.
Because it was a gift.
Plaintiff Crystal Thomas is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims Crystal not only slashed him with a box cutter, but also hit him with a crowbar.
She's an eyewitness to it. She sounds convincing.
She's an eyewitness to it. She sounds convincing. Like she said, the first time when I tried to cut him, it didn't do anything because I was like, I was playing with it, trying to scare him.
The first time I tried to cut him, it didn't do anything. What? And she's basically admitting to what she did. Come on, man.
Because
Okay.
I was
You were
upset.
playing with a knife,
the
trying to
second
scare
time,
him.
accidentally, yes, it did cut him.
Okay, good enough. All right, so I'm going to, sir, stand back up. All right, I'm going to grant you for the assault with a deadly weapon. Going to grant you $5,000. I have to go by the law, ma'am. All this emotion, I can't get involved in all that. You getting jumped on as you claim and not calling the police, him saying, no, he was a victim. You've admitted to cutting him, and I have an eyewitness who saw it happen. So I'm going to grant him his judgment for that. That's an assault with a deadly weapon. So he's entitled to some money. You're lucky he didn't prosecute you and send you to jail. I'll grant you your child support for $893. And that's what you ladies get for playing with these guys. Playing with guys who you think are no good, know they're no good, know they got women. You go and chase them down, look in their phone, you find out they got women, now you want to cut him and go to jail. If you knew he was no good, then don't track him down. Because you know if you track him down and find him with a woman, you're going to cut him. And then you're going to jail. And then you're involved with a drug dealer who you think is supposed to pay, and then when the drug game falls, then he can't pay you, can't take care of the kids. 5,000 for the defendant. 893 for the plaintiff.
There's no relationship. It's over. It's done. The judge made his ruling. When we get back to Arkansas, it is what it is.
I'm just gonna continue what I've been doing, taking care of my child, and it is. She can move on.
Again, I don't know. I guess I don't really understand why these brothers be dealing with these crazy broads anyway. But Ann had a child with her too. I don't know if it's one or two children he had with her, but at the end of the day, brother, we got to do better than this, man. And she a big woman. But that's pretty much it, brothers. I just want to just do this one court case, and you know, these are the things that you brothers need to avoid. We got to do better, black man. But that's pretty much it. I'm out.